All right, I'm starting to look a little haggard, and so I thought, perfect time, go do your video. Hurry up, go do it before you look even crazier. I've been outside today, the sun is shining, I can feel like, oh, my face is warm, I love it. I love it. My nose is like, not this sunshine again. But yep, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. All right, so lesson 96. Beautiful, beautiful day. Salvation comes from my one self. Its thoughts are mine to use. So I really feel like at this point, I'm not, this is a key lesson, but I'm definitely not a key student. I mean, all I can think is that, like, I'm just doing the best I can this year, and like next year I'm gonna go over it again, and maybe doing the videos this year is gonna really lay an awesome groundwork for me next year. Maybe my sole purpose is just to do the videos, and like, I don't know. But here's the thing, I'm not getting too down on myself about it, because like whenever I think about like my mind being part of God's mind and God's mind being in my mind, like I'm like, yeah, like there's no argument there. So hopefully I'm where I need to be. However, there's a few parts of this lesson that is fantastic, whether you're there or not. It's basically motivation. Waste no more time on this. You know, waste no more time on attacking, on judgment, on hate, on separation, on feeling like shit. Waste no more time on this. And that's why we need to just keep continuing on, because like I know personally, I feel so close to being like where I know like I'm supposed to be or truly be consistently. I am pretty much there, but every once in a while I have an ego moment. Every once in a while I do feel separate. Every once in a while I do feel abandoned and attacked and all that kind of stuff. So I know there's still like definite work to do. You know, if I'm even having one unloving thought in my head, then I know that A Course in Miracles is here to benefit me. All right, let me tell you what Jesus said today. Whew, it's hot in here and I like it. So lesson 96 from Tina Jesus really offered us up this amazing question. Are you choosing separation? Do you feel abandoned, attacked, unfairly judged? Are you judging? Well, then you're choosing separation when you decide to buy into this whole like victim, attack, abandoned, oh, poor little me, I'm all alone. That's choosing separation. So Jesus wanted to remind us today that we are the captain of our ships, our matey. Come on, Jesus, just go pirate. You are the captain of your ship. So how do you, being the captain, use your mind? How do you use your body? How are you using your mind and body? As if you are the ship and you are the captain of this ship. So he really wanted just to emphasize using your body and mind for your connection with love. So what does that include? Self-acceptance, accepting of others, loving others, self-love, and self-expression. Following your heart, doing the things you're passionate about, being guided by that light. So it's so beautiful. Follow your heart home to love. Okay, follow your heart home to love. That is where you are going. That is where you are meant to be. So go ahead, Captain, and direct everything in your life towards that one goal. So another question was, are you dedicated to salvation? At this point, buck up, right? Or buckle up, I guess, since we're on a ship now. Buckle up, Captain. You need to be dedicated to salvation. And very simply, what does that mean? Choose to be loving. Okay, we can do that. Like, I'm so tired from laying in the sun, playing in the sun, burning wood in the sun. Like, there's something about having fire that you have to manage and watch. It's very exhausting, but fun. But like my face is hot from being in the sun and also like lighting picnic tables on fire. It needed done. It was falling apart. All right, so if you succeed today, so the practice was to attempt to find this thought that, we're connected to God's mind. All right, so we're trying to search for God in our mind. We'll just do that today. Salvation comes from this one self through him who is the bridge between your mind and it. So we're supposed to like wait patiently for this connection. And I have been feeling like a wee bit different of a thing going on when I'm meditating. Like all of a sudden, like I'm in this space where my eyes are closed, but like the space itself sort of feels a little bit different and tangible. And like I'm starting to be able to like see like around me, even though my eyes are closed. So that's kind of interesting. But anyways, I don't know if that's what they're talking about. We're supposed to wait patiently and let him speak to you about yourself and what your mind can do, restored to it and free to serve its will. So we really want to get our minds away from this egoic bullshit and really line up with the divine plan. And you can quiet down, go inside, and listen and find out for yourself what that is. Salvation comes from my one self. Its thoughts are mine to use. So it's like you have real thoughts. The chitter chatter, the like fix your car insurance and call so-and-so. That's not your real thoughts. Like you do have like divine thoughts, your pure thoughts, I guess. So that's what we're trying to find out. If you succeed today or whenever, if you succeed in doing what lesson 96 instructs us to do, the thoughts that come to you will tell you you are saved. See, the ego will never tell you that. The ego is like, oh, you're fucked. The ego is like, oh, you're gonna fail. The ego's like, yeah, you better attack that person before they attack you. You know, maybe not in that sense, but like the ego will prompt you to be judgmental. The ego will prompt you to hate. The ego will prompt you to serve its purpose. Okay, but if the thoughts that come to you start telling you that you are saved and that your mind has found the function that it sought to lose, yourself will welcome it and give it peace. So you'll start to notice the difference. Anyways, what else does it say? Restored in strength, it will again flow out from spirit to the spirit in all things, created by the spirit as itself. Your mind will bless all things. So as you do this work, you start to curse and condemn less, and you start to bless more. And then you'll be blessing everything. You be doing less, God bless. Confusion done, you are restored, for you have found yourself. All right. I was caught off guard by my own eye contact, like who is that girl? All right, try to not look at her. Just look at the green dot. That's you. You're the green dot. Okay, let's do Pathways of Light, and then maybe I'll figure out a cookie or something. Stick around. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 96, Insights. Salvation comes from my one self. While I was quieting my mind as I worked with today's exercise, I observed the thoughts that wandered through. I observed that all these thoughts were in some way tied with the image I hold of myself as a body. Memories of things the body did, things I planned to do with the body, things people said to me as a body identity. I realize all these thoughts come from a mind perceived, split apart from other minds and from God. While focused on these thoughts, I cannot experience or be aware of the thoughts of the mind of my one self, which are shared with God. It is impossible to experience the unity of the one mind I share with God while my thoughts are focused on a separate identity with private thoughts. With this focus, I am not aware of my true mind that is unified with the mind of God. These thoughts so fill my awareness that it is only in fleeting moments that I experience a glimpse of the brilliant light of the mind of my one self, which I share with God. I am grateful to this course and the exercises of the workbook, for they have helped open the door to these glimpses. With continued practice, I experience these holy instants more often. It is important to realize that I cannot reach God through little self-analysis. I reach God by resigning as my own guide and letting the Holy Spirit in my mind guide my thoughts and perceptions. The Holy Spirit will help me recognize the meaninglessness of an image set apart from all and guide me to the recognition of the light I share with all creation. Here, there can be no conflict, for there is no opposite to conflict with the one reality of light. The one reality is my one self. Here, in this unity, is perfect peace and perfect joy. This is why salvation comes from my one self. Salvation is perfect happiness and perfect peace. Holy Spirit, lead me to the place in my mind where my one self resides. Lead me to the thoughts I share with God. Lead me to the peace of God. You know they are there and how to find them. It is only my unwillingness that delays the process. Right now, I focus on opening my mind to be led to the truth. I open my mind to receive God's comfort and peace. I open my mind to the certainty of God's eternal love, which is my true identity. God's certainty is mine. I only experience conflict when I wander in dreams. These dreams seem so enticing at times, so important to focus on. I am now getting an inkling of how meaningless these dreams are. As I open to my one self, I feel a little stream of peace that gradually grows larger. As I follow the stream of peace, it gradually feels fuller and fuller. I keep moving forward into this ever-widening flow of peace. I feel strengthened and encouraged by it. I keep moving forward. I see that my little self-identity must fall away as I continue forward. I let it fall away, first a little and then a little more. The peace of God feels so strong now in my awareness. Nothing else matters. This is my one self's gift to all who are willing to be led here. Here and only here is safety. God's ocean of love is the one identity. I am willing to return often today to this ocean of love that resides in my mind. It is all I want. It is all I need. Here is my happiness and my joy. I am determined to let this be my practice today. My salvation comes from my one self. I didn't get much sleep last night, and my mind was not working very well. So when I tried to do my lesson, I found my mind wandering a lot. I decided to walk along the boardwalk. Water always calms and the wind is blowing some of the heat and humidity away. I've often found that walking with no distractions seems to help me focus my thinking. I act as if I am talking to someone, and so my mind doesn't wander so much. Immediately, my mind settled on a problem that has been ongoing for some time now. A relationship that needs healing, but that I have been unwilling to release. I went over it in my mind and thought about how it all began and what fuels the problem. I thought about why I am so unwilling to allow healing and wondered what to do about it. Toward the end of the walk, I stated my intention to allow healing and realized that allow was the operative word here. Always before I was saying I wanted healing, but I was placing my solution in the hands of ego. This is tantamount to saying I wanted to pretend to do something about it to assuage my guilt and then go on with everything exactly the same, only not so obvious. How can I expect my ego to change something it doesn't understand? Anyway, my ego likes things just the way they are. It is like putting the fox in charge of the henhouse and then feeling surprised at the result. I am so grateful for today's lesson. Maybe myself doesn't have a clue, but my one self holds the thought of salvation for me and wants to use it. No longer is salvation just a word, an abstract concept. Salvation is possible. Today I practice reaching thoughts of salvation in my mind. I have a clear goal, and my intention is strong. I am surrounded by help. How can I fail? pathwaysoflight.org. Yeah, salvation comes from my one cookie. Salvation comes from my one cookie. But I will tell you what, each time you tell your frantic mind salvation comes from your one self or your one cookie, it don't matter to me, you lay another treasure in your ever-growing store. So we are like collecting treasures with each lesson, with each correction that we allow the Holy Spirit to help us, with each loving thought. I was going to say with each fucking loving thought. We are growing our treasures of being good, kind souls. And all of it is given everyone who asks for it. Ask and it is given. Hello, we've heard this now. And will accept the gift. So that's the thing. You have to ask for it. Okay, it's going to be given to you. But okay, so here it comes. Are you going to accept it? Yeah. That part's your job too. So ask, it's given, then you need to accept it. You need to open up and accept it. Even the Arcturians were talking about that today. They have these new simulation portals opening up for us to practice our ascension and practice feeling good and practice feeling unconditional love. But you have to be open and willing to try it. Nothing is forced upon you here. It's a free will planet. So get open. Get accepting your gifts. I think it's awful when people don't like to receive gifts. Like, there's a lot of good to be given to you, but you have to open up and accept it. Think then, how much is given unto you to give this day, that it be given you. All right. Well, anyways, your big old higher self, your true self, knows that you cannot fail today. So yeah, your mind might be a little uncertain, but you will not fail if you try. The joy yourself experiences, it will save for you, and it will yet be yours in full awareness. So just 5 minutes on the hour is what we were supposed to do and can still do, because there's still a lot of day left. Every time you spend that just 5 minutes seeking him who joins your mind and self, you offer him another treasure to be kept for you. So how many treasures do you want to pile up? Let's just see how well we can do for ourselves. All right, let's see how well we can do for ourselves and others and the world. So anyways, that's lesson 96. Salvation comes from my one self.